If you've ever woken up with your leave out looking like it had a rougher night than you, or felt like your protective style wasn't so protective after all, this one's for you. One of the biggest struggles in the Black girl hair community is making sure our sew-ins stay fresh and our leave out stays healthy. So we invest time, money, and energy into our installs, but without a proper nighttime routine, all of that can go to waste. So in today's video, I'm walking you through my real nighttime hair routine that protects my sew-in and my leave out, so I can stay laid, silky, and confident all day and night. So the first things first, before you even grab your scarf or your bonnet, you want to make sure to detangle your hair, especially around the leave out, using a wide tooth comb to loosen up any tangles, but don't be rough. This is key, especially if you're someone who wears sew-ins back to back or keeps your install in for a few weeks at a time, which, if you don't already know, if you can, I suggest having your stylist put your sew-in in with a hairnet. So I am in this video struggling to get to my scalp with the tool I'm using because my stylist, she used the hairnet. She sewed down a hairnet first and then applied my sew-in, which I honestly absolutely love because it keeps my braid down protected for a longer period of time. I can really stretch the life of my sew-in. So I highly recommend that you suggest to your stylist, if they're not already doing that, that you would like to have a hairnet sewn on before getting the sew-in added back into your hair. So next up, I go in with a lightweight hair oil just to moisturize my scalp. The next thing I'm going to do, I didn't do it here in this video only because I was going to go to bed and I just felt weird about having my scalp feeling a little bit too damp, if that makes sense. But a good tip would be to go in with a lightweight leave-in conditioner first. Maybe if you can mix it in with some water into a spray bottle and kind of, I don't want to say saturate the hair, but you want to like just slightly hydrate your hair first before going in with the hair oil. This will keep your hair really hydrated under the install and just prevent any leave out and, you know, from drying out and breaking off, which is something that I learned from my last sew-in install, is that I really had to put in more work into taking care of my natural hair underneath the sew-in. That is the whole point of getting this protective hairstyle. Too many of us have experienced heat damage or thinning edges from leave out and not being cared for properly. So this step right here is a non-negotiable. I like to part my leave out and, you know, just apply the products, you know, section by section. As you guys just saw, I showed you guys the hairnet underneath. A little goes a long way, especially around your edges. Yeah, I had to go get my tail comb because I was having a little bit of a hard time to get actually into my scalp really good. I was focused on the areas of my scalp that were super itchy. So I was literally just drenching the end of my tail comb, my rat tail comb, into oil and just kind of scratching my scalp essentially, and it felt so good. My scalp felt so relieved the next morning. Now, if you're anything like me, you want your leave out to blend, but we're not doing daily heat. Instead, I wrap or braid my leave out at night depending on the look I want the next day. But in this video tonight, I'm doing a flat wrap to my scalp to keep everything sleek. No hot tools are necessary. In the morning, if you want curls or waves, but for the night routine, you could flexi rod your leave out or braid it into a little pattern. Heat-free blending keeps your hair healthy long term, and trust me, it saves your leave out from breakage and burnout. Let me know in the comments what's your go-to protective style. Are you more of a sewing girl, a wig girl, or a braid lover? Don't get me wrong, I love me some good knotless braids or a nice Fulani braided hairstyle. And how do you keep your styles looking fresh overnight? Share the tips in the comments because I want us to all glow up together. So now that my hair is prepped and protected, I secure it all wearing a hairnet, or aka a doobie, and a bonnet to secure everything and wrap my leave out and making sure everything's all tucked away. If I'm wearing a closure sew-in, I might just use a bonnet, but for leave out installs, I like to double up. This combo keeps the moisture in, reduces friction, and makes sure I wake up ready to slay with minimal touch-ups. Y'all know what I'm talking about, when you roll out of bed and you just have 5 minutes to get ready before work and you have no time to deal with your hair. Yeah, this combo just makes sure you wake up ready to go. If you're still sleeping on cotton pillowcases, let me tell you, sis, this is your sign to invest in a satin one. And honestly, I shouldn't even use the word invest, because you can find really affordable satin pillowcases. Like, I'm talking under $20 at your local beauty supply store, or even like Ulta Beauty, you know, places like that. It's a game changer, trust me, because we all have those nights where somehow the bonnet just decided to grow legs and up and run off of your scalp. Hey y'all, it's the next morning and let me show you what we're working with. First of all, do you see the silkiness? My leave out is still laid, no frizz, no puffiness, and this is without using any heat this morning. That nighttime wrap really does all the heavy lifting for me. Everything sealed in all that moisture, so my hair feels soft, not dry or crunchy, and my sew-in still has that fresh install look like I just left the salon yesterday. And let me tell you, it's the blending for me. You can't tell me this hair does not look like it's growing straight from my scalp. This is why I say your nighttime routine makes or breaks the longevity of your protective style. We invest in these installs, and I don't know about y'all, but I want mine to last, not just look cute for 1 or 2 days. I want to still feel confident 2 or even 3 months in. If you enjoyed this, you're gonna love my upcoming videos. I'm sharing how I maintain my sew-ins week to week, including how I wash my hair at home in between my salon visits, how I prep for install days, and even some nail content for the girls who like to keep it cute from head to fingertips. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on your notifications, because you don't want to miss what's coming next. I'll see you in the next video.